So one of the things I want to talk about in this video is, I've been playing this. Well, I don't even know if I should be saying I've been playing this. I've been following this game for a very long time now. And in the beginning, right, I got everything and everything was good. Uh, and then 4 years later, after when it was released, I just got tired of it and I stopped playing. Now, I don't know why. I guess most of the game nowadays are really horrible. So, I come back to it. I'm like, hey, there's actually some decent stuff here. But I gotta wonder how some of these, some of you players that played the game for 9 years straight, right? I mean, how is that even possible? I mean, don't you guys get bored or something? I mean, it is like most games nowadays I go halfway through, I'm like, yeah, I can't do this because most of the games nowadays, um they literally need you to buy stuff to go anywhere. And I just want to go over this section. This is the shop, right? And I haven't been in here in a long time, and they changed it so much. But one of the things I want to show you is, look, the first thing I see is $130 something dollar pack, right, in Canadian dollars, and I'm guessing it's a hundred in US dollars. Now, as you can see here, this one is 59.99. I mean 54.99, and the other one is 69.99. And then you go in here, they hide this thing, right? Again, 54.99. I'm like sitting here, dude, are you serious? You want me to buy all these packs and like put a few $1,000s into this? Like, the game wasn't like that bad and like before, right? Most of the gaming market wasn't that bad 10 years ago, but it's going nuts. I can't imagine. It's like, now it's just $100. Don't worry, it's 150 after tax, right? Once it goes up to $500 for each deal. It's like some people are talking about inflation, right? I mean, you really think inflation affects these things, right? These things are like a file on a computer, right? You know what happens with a file? You copy and paste. I mean, how much effort does that cost? None. So, when you copy and paste a file from 50, nah, I don't even think they had a computer 50 years ago. From 30 years ago, and copying a file 30 years later today, you're doing the same thing, copy and paste, and it literally takes a minute, right? So, anyways, look at this, 139.99, and they're censoring it. This one is a bit cheaper. This one's 100, right, or 109.99. So this one's actually 140, and then I need to add 15% tax on top of it, right? So 159 or 69.99 isn't really 170, right? I mean, it's like 200 or 220. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather go buy some silver bars, and I need to make a separate video. Years ago, I made a video about buying this coin, the Spider-Man coin, right? The silver coin. And it was like, I bought it for $100, right? The original one was only like $40, right? And it's very funny because those coins, those $40 coins, went up to like $250 USD, right? And the one I have, you see them selling on eBay for like $700. So I'm sitting around, I'm looking at this. Well, I'd rather invest my money, right? But I really don't, like, look at this. Now we're just going. I feel like I'm in Japan, or like China or something, or like Indonesia or Thailand or something, where the currency is really, really low, right? So basically, what happens is everything's like $1 million, right? I feel like this is where I'm at. I'm sitting around, yeah, I don't like, I like the game, right? And I did put in another $50 into a game because there's a lot of costumes I want. I don't know if this game will survive another 10 years, but obviously I like my Marvel characters, but I don't like the pricing. So I really wonder, how do you people even survive looking at this and playing it every day? Here's the thing, right? I mean, when you're playing this thing, you're just playing it, but you have to input money to buy the costumes or the uniform. Well, how can you, like, you keep on losing for 9 years, right? And as people need to buy houses, and I think a lot of people know about the housing crisis nowadays. So how do you even feel after 9 years? I mean, I'm kind of glad I ditched out like 4 years in, and I've just been paying attention to the characters. At least I learned more about the characters. But if I was really to grind this thing, I'd be sitting along thinking, wow, my wallet is going empty. So let me know your thoughts. I gotta say, 9 years later, I still like the game. I think it's I think the characters are good, but obviously, if you're trying to like become number one, look at all these purchases. It's like money going down the drain or something. It doesn't even make sense to me. Not just this game. I don't want to say, hey, it's just this game, but this is the only game I've been playing for 9 years, I believe. No, wait, some other games too. But it isn't as bad as this game though, because those games are actually slightly better, but they're bad too. But the newer games are even worse. So, anyways, 9 years later, I don't know how some of you guys that play every day survive this attack